Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kurlykayjewels, and I am here today to review the summer finale of Grownish. Just let me tell you the name of the episode, because, whew. Grownish, 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 Grownish. Grownish. I just need for y'all to find common ground with a storyline, because episode 9 was called "It's a Vibe." Okay. I feel like this episode was an episode that we needed in the beginning of the season, and not just an episode with Zoe. I know that eventually Zoe and them are gonna all phase out, and it's just gonna be Junior and his friends. But I do not feel like Grownish with the old cast bridged it well enough with Grownish with the new cast. And I wanted to be tactful with what I'm saying, because I don't want to just get on here and drag a show, because I feel like that's not something that, I feel like that's not having couth. But I feel like our responsibility as viewers, as long as I'm going to watch the show, because I don't know, maybe I'm outgrowing Grownish or what, but I feel like Grownish has potential to be a show that explores adulting, especially in this new era, because when we got A Different World in that era, that was them growing up in their world, in their time frame, versus this generation, which myself is included in, because I did graduate college in this generation. I just feel like, one, I thought that they was gonna bring Vivek on to disappoint us. Okay, I was like, I know that y'all did not bring Vivek back on this TV screen for him to propose to Anna and let us all the way down. Okay, let us down for there not to be some kind of happy ending. Because I always felt like, as a character on Grownish, period, Vivek got the short end of the stick. I was also going to be upset with the fact that I thought that Hallie or Chloe was not going to show up in the episode, and I'm glad they did, because, well, I'm glad Chloe did. I wish we could get the Star and Sky, not Star and Sky, that's from Dancing Dolls, Sky and Jazz dynamic back on the show, at least for one last time. But who's to say? We don't know what's gonna happen. But so far, this is just the summer finale of the show. Also, I thought it was weird to stop on episode 9. We couldn't have gotten a full 10 episodes. I thought that was weird. Also, Grownish is trying to be progressive, but sometimes when shows try to be progressive, to me, it's a little weird, because I feel like having a phase in which you explore different things in college is true, but they got Junior going through too many journeys at one time, and it's not that fast. Like, college is full of journeys, but it's not like you going through him trying to deal with relationships, being in relationships. You got him trying to be in a frat. You got him going to all these events. You got him trying to navigate the friend group. You got him, like, we don't even know what Junior's going to school for. Like, at least we knew in the beginning of the show, Zoe was going to school for fashion. We don't even know what Junior's going to school for. We knew Vivek was there for computer science. We knew Anna was there for politics. We knew Nomi was there for law. We knew Aaron was there for some kind of activist civil rights thing. We knew Doug was there for business. You know, we knew Luca was there for fashion. You know, I don't Star and Sky went to school for track, but we never knew their majors. But still, we don't know. Like, we didn't even have the discussion with Junior. We didn't even have the discussion with Junior going to school with his parents. Like, at least there was some kind of a bridge. Sorry, y'all. What in the world? Lord. Copyright. But anyway, there wasn't even a bridge. There was a bridge on Blackish when we knew eventually Zoe was going to go to school and, you know, leave Blackish and be there part-time and then be full-time on her own on her own show. But at the same time, I feel like with Grownish, with Junior taking a gap year, that could have been something that was fully talked about, like in terms of things that people feel like they should do in order to help them become a better person. And I feel like Junior having a gap year, I feel like that should have been discussed on Grownish. I feel like there should have been a whole montage of him doing the gap year thing, him sitting down with his parents, deciding he wants to go to school, him leaving Stevens and Lido. I feel like there should have been a full bridge. It's a spinoff. So you got to bridge certain pieces. And I feel like, not to compare, but I feel like that's why All American is doing so well, because they're bridging All American Homecoming. Like, and they have interactions back and forth between the two shows. Now that Blackish is not on TV anymore, I think it was important for them to at least bridge or bring over some characters from Blackish, because Grownish is still on TV. So the whole Ish universe is pretty much done, and Grownish is the last man standing. So in order for this to remain the spinoff from the Ish, like, it needed to be some bridges happening. Like, Zoe couldn't even show up for the mid-season finale. Like, that's crazy. I mean, did they do it like this because they don't know if the show is renewed? I mean, I'm assuming that the show is coming back in a couple of months, because Grownish always does this. And it's mid-September now. That was the last episode. So Grownish probably will come back on at the beginning of January, like it always does. And so it's just a simple fact that, like, y'all reunited the gang. Y'all didn't bring Luca back. Or, I don't know, it could have been scheduling conflicts with Luca. I feel like Zoe should have came back. I don't know if it's scheduled conflicts with Zoe. I feel like Sky should have came. Sky should have came back. I don't know if it was scheduled conflicts with Hallie, but I feel like it should have been a full show to give a vibe. We were going to do it like that. Them coming to support Doug, type situation. Then we got this whole situation where Jazz and Doug are still trying to navigate that friend space. That's weird. Like, y'all pretty much drug us the whole show for them to break up. And then for Kiela to bring it up in the beginning of the show, talking about my ex always throws the best parties. I'm like, at some point you were only here because I guess they was trying to bridge it between her and Luca, her being Luca's sister. Still feel like that's weird. Like, Kiela's character is weird. And then we got Slick. Why was Slick not on the last episode? They just had that whole girl powwow moment between the roommates and Justine's character for Slick not to be on the last episode. That's weird. What happened? I feel like they dropped the ball with that. I'm all down because Doug and them have always been into throwing parties and finding his own way to make money, because essentially the party was a way for him to make money. But them building this up to like Junior, the only difference between Junior choosing to hold things off with Justine's character versus Zoe is that Zoe picked a person, Junior chose himself this time. That's the only difference. Because in the behold, they gassed Zoe up for having a crush on Aaron. Gassed it up, right? So the whole first season, we thought Zoe was going to be with Aaron, for only Zoe to end up choosing Luca. For Zoe to end up being in this love triangle with Luca, Aaron, and Cash. Where there's no love triangle this time. It's just Junior. And Junior had his crush on, what is her name? I just wish I knew her name right now. And see, that's how bad it is, because when I first watched Grownish, I knew all of their names. I don't even know the new characters' names besides Slick, because she kept her name just like how Luca kept her name. I mean, his name. Like, Justine's character. Junior's character was in love with Justine's character the whole show. For her to finally be feeling him, and now, boom, he's like, oh no, I don't think I want to do this, because now all of a sudden, he joined the frat, and now he feel like he got access to all these different women. So now basically they painting Junior out to be a thought. They give him, I mean, people do thought in college, but like, this is so annoying. I feel like I'm being dragged. I feel like I'm being dragged along. Like, I don't know what's happening. I just don't know what's happening. I just feel like right now in Grownish we dangling by the strings. Like, at least, you know, in the beginning it was slow and steady. We haven't even tackled anything. Like, at least, I mean, Zoe was having like realizations, like she was having moments, she was having epiphany moments, you know. But I just feel like by episode 9, we had a better grasp on what people were doing. We ain't even been to one of Zeke football games. I'm just like, they had us watching Cash playing, all this kind of stuff by now. And all we got was Greek life. I mean, it's a different spin. But we even getting pieces of just Greek life. Like, we not even like when Ron and Dwayne was pledging for Lambda on Different World, like we was in there. But like now I'm just like, ugh. So we basically get one episode of him, or maybe 2 episodes of him being online. They could at least made bro cross at the end of season 5. I just feel like that would have been better. It could have been a situation like how on Drumline when bro was trying to cross KK's side, nobody knew. And they was just like, where's bro at? Like, we ain't even had no where's Waldo, like no where's Junior situation at. Like, Junior missing. We didn't have none of that. So I'm just like, bro, this is weird. Maybe the second half of season 5 we'll see more of Zoe. And then I feel like it's a letdown because they strung us 4 years to give us Zoe and Aaron. For season 5, we can't even see Zoe and Aaron be together. We can't even see Zoe and Aaron navigate being in a relationship. At least Dwayne and Whitley was there. Like, they was together. We getting part-time Zoe, full-time Aaron. That's crazy. I mean, and for the show to end off with Anna and Vivek possibly having something, for us skipping, possibly, it's only been a semester. It's been a couple of months. It ain't even been a full semester. It's been a couple of months. And now Vivek and Anna is proposing. One thing about me and watching the TV show is the timeline got to make sense to me. The timeline got to make sense. You can't just be making episodes. The episodes is part of time. Sequencing is everything. That's why, for example, like when All-American and All-American Homecoming come back, and if that sequence is thrown off from the last thing we watched on both shows, I'm going to be upset. Like how I am with Grownish. I'm upset. It wasn't that long ago, Junior was just with Olivia. And I feel like, okay, well, he was with Olivia, and Olivia kind of broke his heart a little bit. I don't feel like she did it on purpose, but she was chasing after her dream. So now I feel like Junior is going through like a thought phase. So, okay, whatever. But the way they going about telling the story, like, okay, Aaron is a professor now at the school, just like Dwayne was on Different World at Hillman. Aaron's now a professor at Cal U. So, as far as navigating spaces that the students are in and him being there, that's weird. Like, that's weird. I mean, he's their age, but he teaches them. So, like, now that's weird. I could see if he at least taught at a neighboring school, but he at the same school. I don't remember Whitley and Dwayne going to parties with Lena and them. I mean, do y'all remember that? Because I don't remember that. Like, I don't even remember Kim and all them going to parties with Lena and them. So it's just weird. Like, so yeah, y'all, that's my synopsis of episode 9. And what I feel like the direction of the show is going in so far. Hopefully the second half will be better. But stay tuned. All-American and All-American Homecoming are coming up. So I feel like I'm going to do those shows episode by episode. So stay tuned on my channel. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at kurlykayjewels. Follow my jewelry page at kurlykayjewels. And follow me on TikTok, kurly.k919. And I'll be back with more videos, y'all. Deuces.